I've said in many of my writings that the National Democratic Front, especially its militant arm, the New People's Army, has been instrumental in many social changes in our country. There may be a difference in ideology and approach, but we are united in one. We are united against the dictatorship. My position is very clear. If we will succeed in overthrowing the dictatorship, we should allow every voice and every idea to ventilate their views in the public market. We should legalize the Communist Party of the Philippines and give them exactly the same forum to expound on their ideas.
Money, wealth, assets, opportunities even that you may lose.
You must ask yourself if you love the people, because the only thing that can bind you to the people you serve is love. Ambition is not enough.
I have discovered the power of kindness, and that has made me a radical optimist. That's why I stay away from politics and from religion.
Countries that take unilateral action or coercive action
actually like Pinoy personally.
It's not a beauty contest who's ahead of who, but to...
Once upon a time, we were all irrelevant. And I sincerely believe that there will come a time we will all return to the dark embrace of irrelevance.
Martin's Man Cave.
Mga 43 parang siya. After the Plaza Miranda bombing, anong nangyari? It made our job bloodless and easy.
Welcome back to the 80th episode of Martin's Man Cave here on podcast.ph. We are with the former AFP General Victor Corpuz, the former chief of the ISAF. Earlier on, before we took a break, we were talking about the different ideologies that he imbibed as he was growing up, and how he left the Philippine Military Academy or the service to join his future comrades back then inside the Communist Party of the Philippines. Sir, so paano nangyari yun? Ni-raid nyo yung armory ng PMA noong December of 1970, and the rest is history.
Yeah. That was December 29, 1970. What happened was that Joma called me to Isabela and asked whether I wanted to join the movement. At that time, I was already a member of the Kabataang Makabayan, because when Joma was invited to speak before the cadets way back in 1966, many of the cadets were impressed, and some of us volunteered to join the Kabataang Makabayan. And after graduation, I continued visiting Joma to be updated with what is happening in the movement. I was already AWOL at the time. Before Christmas. Kasi nag-Christmas muna ako sa bahay eh. Hindi ako nag-report for duty. Kasi alam kong last ko na yung I'll be getting out already. I wanted to spend Christmas with my family. So hindi ako nag-report for duty sa PMA. And as punishment, pag-report ko, sabi, okay, you serve as officer of the day on this date as your punishment. So, doon namin isinagawa yung raid sa Philippine Military Academy Armory. So I was the officer of the day at the time. So masaludo sa akin lahat. So it made our job bloodless and easy.
Anong rango mo nun, sir, nung panahon na yan?
I was then a first lieutenant already. From second lieutenant, I was promoted. I was just promoted to first lieutenant. At that time, I was teaching political science in sa mga first class cadets o yung graduating students. Yung sa class nila Honasan at nila Ping Lacson.
Sino mas magaling? Si Ping o si Greg?
Pareho.
Okay, for the record, ilan yung nakuha mong baril? O nakuha niyong baril?
Mga 43 firearms yun.
43. Ilan yung nireport?
Ganon din.
43.
43.
So, hindi finabricate yung report na yan?
Hindi.
Sino yung
Saka
mga kasama
mga
mo?
bala.
Sino yung mga kasama niyo?
Ang kasama ko nun, puro mga alias eh. Sina Kamar Singh, Kanik, Commander Pusa. Si Commander Pusa, siya yung nakakaalam ng Plaza Miranda bombing.
So, puro ito rebelde o meron ding mga PMAer?
Puro mga rebelde to.
Yung
Puro mga squad leaders sa ano to. Puro select mga squad leaders.
and you guided them
Yeah.
inside the campus.
Yeah. They stayed in my quarters. Tapos, yun.
And that was the biggest story of the day.
Yeah.
For weeks
It became the story of the,
of the year. When you look back, I mean, you're laughing and you're just smiling. It seems like it brings back a lot of good memories.
yeah. If I were to live life over again, based on the circumstances at that time, I will surely do it again.
Pero anong pagbabago?
Na-involved din kasi ako dun sa smuggling ng firearms from China eh. Na mga M14. Nung na-intercept yung firearms from Karagatan, yung galing sa China, yun ang binigay sa PMA to be used by the cadets. So lahat ng gamit ngayon ng kadete, yung mga
Mas bago.
mga bagong firearm galing sa China.
So dapat yun ang mga baril nyo sa Communist Party.
Yeah.
Sa inyo dapat yun, na-intercept lang.
Yeah.
Bring us back to that experience. How was it? Yung experience, by the second, by the minute, by the hour, what was going on inside you?
At that time, I was imparting what I feel and what I think to the cadets. Kaya medyo naging controversial yung kwan. And yun yung klase nila Hunasan na naging rebelde. Sila yung nagrebelde nung yung EDSA 1. No, that was the result. Because I continued imparting to them yung natutunan ko kina Major Pobre at saka kina Major Simbulan. Both doctorate yun. Dr. Pobre and Dr. Simbulan.
And both were PMAers as well.
Yes. Plus 52 both. So, somehow, naging part ako ng radicalization naman ng Class 71 because I handled their class when I taught comparative government, political science.
It's really a cycle, no? It gets passed from one generation to the next. From Major Simbulan, naipasa sa'yo, naipasa mo kay na Greg Hunasan. Sa Philippine military graduate, ikaw yung unang tumiwalag. Ikaw yung unang nagrebelde. Ikaw yung original. The real McCoy.
After the EDSA revolution yun eh. Di release yung mga political prisoners. We were released.
Bigyan na amnesty si Presidente Aquino.
Yes.
Kasama ka doon.
Kasama ako doon. Tapos nagparty yung RAM sa bahay namin. Andun sina General Ramos, sina Unasan. So, ang usap-usapan doon sa party, si Vic naman nangunad doon sa pagre-rebelde sa sa sistema eh. Bakit hindi natin siya ibalik? So, nagpetition yung class namin na ibalik ako sa Kwan. Kasi ang mga heroes at that time were the rebel soldiers. Sabi, ito si Vic naman siya naman ang naunang naging rebel soldier. Bakit hindi natin isama sa ibalik sa armed forces?
You hold that
So,
distinctive title of being the first.
So, nagpetition yung class namin na ibalik ako. Pinalo up ni General Ramos. Inaprubahan ni Cory. So, I was back to the service. Pero, let's go back to the NPA days.
Yun, mahalaga.
Halimbawa, makikikain kami sa bahay ng isang civilian. Tawag namin doon, masa. Kasi yung ating sistema, sasabihin namin, parang ganito. No? Halimbawa, itong pagkain na nasa harap natin, 10 pirasong kamote. Kung may isang kukuha ng plato na yan, at sasabihin, kukuhang 1 piraso, sabihin doon sa siyam, hati-hati kayo dyan, ha? Tapos, isa lang yung kakain ng siyam, yung isa, paghahatian naman ng siyam. Sabi na, ganyan ang sistema natin ngayon.
Kamote yung metaphor nyo.
Oo. Yung isang, yung isa, paghahatian ng karamihan, samantalang yung 90% kakainin ng isang tao. Ganyan yung, basically yung sistema sa Pilipinas. Ilan ang nagmamayari ng malalaking lupain? Ilan lang. Pero samantalang tayo, karamihan sa mga taong bayan, walang pag-aari ng lupa.
From 1970 to 76, kumusta yung buhay bilang isang rebelde?
Well, exciting, mahirap, at matitikman mo lahat ng klaseng pagkain. Ahas, sawa, bayawak, daga, grubs, o yung uod na puti na galing sa ilalim ng lupa, pawikan, musang, mga wild chicken, mga isda. Yung misis ko, nakasama ko dahil sumunod sa akin sa bundok sa countryside.
Sa Sierra Madre to?
We were supported by the party. Yung galing sa partido. Lahat yung kinakain namin galing sa kuwan ng partido.
And what were you in charge?
Pero wala kaming sweldo. Hindi kami sinisweldohan.
Libre lang pagkain, kompleto lahat. Walang sweldo.
Walang sweldo.
Hindi naman kayo nagutom.
Matitikman mo yan. Merong mga araw na, halimbawa, 11 days na wala kaming ibang kinain kundi saging. Yung aming bali pinakakanin, yung nilagang hilaw na saging. Yung aming ulam, ginayat na saging at saka puso ng saging. Yung aming dessert, yung pinahinog na saging. So, minsan, several days, wala kaming pagkain, kundi ganun lang.
Yun ang tunay na...
Kung minsan naman, kamoting kahoy lang. O kung minsan, kamote lang. Meron akong karanasan na for 3 days, hindi kami nakakain dahil naglalakad kami sa bundok. Pagdating namin sa isang barangay, maraming kamote, di nakabili kami ng mga kamote. Sa gutom namin, yung palang kamote, pag nasobrahan ka, parang bato na linagay sa tiyan mo.
Constipation.
Lahat kami tumatakbo sa banyo, kinagabihan.
Hindi pala constipation, talagang LBM.
Merong time naman na nakakain kami ng poison na na mushroom. Ganoon din, nag-LBM kami lahat doon sa kampo.
Nabanggit nyo kanina na you were, disillusioned by the entire system that you thought was designed to work for the narrow interest of the few rich people who controlled our economy and our government. Kaya kayo lumabas sa serbisyo at umanib kayo sa NPA. Nung nasa loob na kayo within those 6 years, because there was a time that you actually gave up the fight and you surrendered to your mista. What led to that?
Maraming mga incidents yung nangyari that led to the eventual leaving of the movement. Ang unahing dahilan ay yung Plaza Miranda bombing. Nagkakaroon kami ng mga discussion group to discuss yung dialectical materialism, historical materialism. Si Joma yung sa amin, nagle-lecture. Yung ideological basis ng aming pinaglalaban. Teorya ni Joma, we don't have to wait for these revolutionary leaps in the process of historical development. But we can create the situation ourselves. Maliit pa lang yung movement. So, how can we create that parang revolutionary tide? Yung elections. Nationalista versus Liberal Party. This was 1971. Anyway, sabi niya, the Liberal Party and the Nationalista Party are like two sides of the same coin. They are both parties of the elite. They are both parties of the ruling class, our enemy class. So kung pag-awayin natin to, it will benefit the revolution as a whole. Supposing may mangyaring incident sa yung meeting de avance ng isang partido, mag-aaway yung dalawa. So pag nag-aaway yung dalawang naghaharing uri na partido, it will weaken the ruling class as a whole and hasten their downfall. The Liberal Party will accuse the Nationalista Party naman will adopt repressive measures against the Communist Party because tayong ibe-blame niyan. And the greater the repression, the greater will be the resistance. Lalong, yun ang magkikreate ng revolutionary leap in the process of historical development. Because the greater the repression by the government, dadami ang rebelde. At that time, kukunti lang kami, mga 9 na squad lang kami. Tapos, ito yung parating yung armas. Na ilang libo yun? Mahigit 2,000, 2,200.
Okay? Ito yung mga smuggled na armas na...
Yung galing sa China. Okay? Kasi, naplano na rin yung pagdating ng armas eh. Pero ang problema, walang hahawak ng armas.
Walang sundalo.
At yun nga ang nangyari. After the Plaza Miranda bombing, anong nangyari? Marcos declared the suspension of the writ of habeas corpus. Ang daming mga pinaguhuli. Ang daming nagtakbuhan underground. Even Edgar Hobson, na moderate, sumama sa Communist Party. Sumama sa movement. Sumama sa armed struggle.
What was your role inside?
Ako yung sasalubong ng mga armas.
Ikaw rin ang gumawa ng
Yung karagatan.
military training. Ikaw rin ang gumawa
Yes.
ng NPA. Ng mga
Yung military training ng NPA kami.
So,
Ako.
ikaw yung nagplano.
Yeah.
So therefore, yung training nila ay galing sa knowledge mo.
Yeah.
That was your role.
Yes.
Hindi ka sang-ayon dun sa Plaza Miranda bombing. Ano
so,
pa?
nangyari. Nangyari yung Plaza Miranda bombing. Nangyari yung teorya ni Joma. That is the brilliance of Joma.
Yung revolutionary leap na sinasabi.
Na predict niya yung mga mangyayari. Kaya lang, it's a different kind of brilliance. May pagkakuan dahil ginamitan ng act of terror. Like the bombing of the Liberal Party meeting the Avance in August 21, 1971.
So tama si Marcos, kayo nga.
Yeah.
Mali yung Liberal Party na si Marcos.
Yes. I was then newly elected or appointed as a member of the Central Committee ng Communist Party of the Philippines. So, nagkaroon kami ng plenum sa Zambales, December 1975. Gusto kong ilabas yung mga criticism ko at that time. And one of them is the Plaza Miranda bombing. Yung isang immediate kung bakit ako umalis sa movement. I was leading a group of armed men to open up a new base area in the boundary of Aurora, Quirino, and Nueva Vizcaya. O Nueva Ecija. Yung sa boundary na yun. Yung tri-boundary of quadruple boundary. Imagine, 40 people, papakainin mo. Kung organisado yung lugar, madaling maki-distribute mo lang yung mga tao mo, tatanggapin ng mga bahay-bahay, dala-dalawa, papakainin, hindi mabigat sa masa. Ginugutom na kami. Yung 11 days na kaming walang kinain kundi saging. Nyug. Pati kumisan, pinuputol na namin yung mga murang nyug para kunin yung ubod. So, I wrote a letter to Joma asking for assistance. Sabi ko, meron kaming 40 katao dito. Nagbubukas pa lang kami. Mahirap namang makikain ka sa masa. Pag nabigatan yung masa, ituturo ka. Di ba? So, pinadala ni Joma si Dante, Commander Dante. Si Bernabe Buscaino. May dalang, yung assistant ni Dante, may dalang isang kalderong kanin at saka isang kalderong ulam. Di picnic kami. Tapos inabutan ako ng 2,000 pesos. Sabi ko, uy, kasama, sabi ko, 40 kami. Ito lang bang binigay ng partido for our monthly allowance. Kung 40 kami, tig 50 pesos lang bawat isa. Baka kulang pa sa toiletries. Paano yung pagkain namin? Bakit? Naghahirap ba yung partido? Tanong ko kay Commander Dante. Sabi ni Dante sa akin, hindi naman. Sa katunayan nga, nagsibili sila ng tigis ng kotse. Yung sa executive committee. O doon sa Politburo. Yung sama-samang execom. Ako nga, binigyan ako ng motor, sabi niya. Pero nakonsensya ako, binalik ko. Sabi ko, ikaw ang commander-in-chief ng NPA. Anong ginagawa mo doon sa siyudad? Pamotor-motor kayo doon. Oo nga, sabi niya, pero wala akong magagawa. So, dapat ako sumunod doon sa ng Execom. Nung pag-alis nila, yun nga, sabi ko, halos mamatay ka na kami sa gutom. Nagsibilis sila ng tigitig isang kotse. 70,000 yata yung nabanggit niya na presyo ng isang sasakyan. Nagtigitig isa. Linalabanan natin yung pagsasamantala. Dito rin pala sa mas matindi pa yung pagsasamantala na mararanasan natin. So, I had those criticism. Tapos yung nangyari sa karagatan, inassign sa amin na puntahan na pagsasalubungan ng armas, daungan ng mga magsasaka, ng mga mangingisda. Di, malalaman ng buong bansa na may gagawin kami doon. Kaya nabulgar yung yung karagatan. Kasi, it was their duty to make prior reconnaissance bago kami inassign na pumunta ron. And then yung pag-execute kay Danny Cordero, yung na-involve sa Plaza Miranda, we were establishing mga food caches along the parang Ho Chi Minh Trail na going to the Pacific Ocean, crossing the Sierra Madre Mountains. So, naglalagay kami ng food cache para pagdating ng armas, i-relay nilang na papuntang Isabela yung mga 2,200 firearms. And after that, meron pang dadating, sana. Itong mga nasa Kapatagan, sina Danny Cordero, they thought na bakit yung supply lahat pupunta dun sa bundok, sa gubat. Walang naiiwan sa atin. Yung naiiwan sa atin yung mga low class na sigarilyo, lahat ng mga Marlboro pupunta dun sa papasok sa lahat. No, lahat yung mga dilatang masasarap papunta dun sa Hindi nila alam na nagkakashay. Hindi naman pwede sabihin sa kanila, may dadating na armas at mag-aano tayo dyan. Maglalagay ng mga food cache. Akala nila, nagpapasarap kaming mga nasa gubat. No? So, parang nagkaroon ng rebellion against the leadership. Nag-agitate ngayon to si Danny Cordero. May leadership quality to siyang parang ng leader ng KM sa Caloocan Siya din ang parang pinaka-leader doon sa Plaza Miranda bombing. Nung nagkaroon ng plenum na ganyan, yung isang member ng Central Committee, si Cap Peter, yung si Ruben Guevara, so natunugan niya itong parang pag-aalsa ng mga kadre. Kinonvert niya ngayon itong plenum, regional plenum, into a military tribunal. And Danny Cordero was tried and he was sentenced to death. Yung si Kabining, si Elizabeth Principe, na nag-o-oppose dun sa death sentence, siya yung inatasan na mag-execute dun kay Danny Cordero. Nung bago siya barilin, sabi ni Danny Cordero, mga kasama, wala talaga akong kasalanan dyan. Sa katunayan, I'm very loyal to the party. And the party entrusted me with a very delicate mission. And what is that? Sabi, tinanong siya nila Ruben. Sabi na, ako ang naatasan na magbomba sa Plaza Miranda. Because of that, lalo siyang ginanon. Pinatay. So, with that at the back of my mind, nung nagplenum naman kami sa Zambales, gusto kong ilabas yung aking mga puna. Dito yung mga nabanggit ko sa iyo. Yung nabanggit ko na ng una. Nauna nga itong execute kay Danny Cordero at saka yung kagagawan ng yung role ng partido sa Plaza Miranda bombing. But kung ilalabas ko yun, and other mga puna na marami din, mahaba, ano ba, yung mga indiscriminate killings, maaaring mangyari din yung nangyari sa akin kay Danny Cordero. Kinimkim ko yung aking mga puna. Hindi ko na nailabas. Until at the end of the plenum, I was assigned to Mindanao. Magsasama-sama na kami doon ni Rolly Quintanar. Si Rolly Quintanar ang aking political officer doon sa Karagatan. I decided na dumaan ako sa bahay para makita ko naman yung anak ko. Kasi 5 years na yung anak ko. Napanganak nung December 10, umalis ako December 29, noong 1970. So, 19 days pa lang yung anak ko, iniwan ko na sa mga magulang ko. So, nakapasok ako na walang nakakaalam sa bahay. Pagpasok ko lang sa bahay, meron akong narinig na yung sumisigaw na bata. Lola, hugas! Sabi. Tinignan ko yung sumisigaw na bata doon sa banyo. Sabi ko, ang laki-laki mo na, hindi ko pa marunong maghugas. Humingin sa akin yung anak ko. Lintik na ito ah. Sabi sa akin, nasyak ako. hindi ako kilala. Lintik na ito ah. So, sabi ng mama ko, oh, yan yung anak mo. Doon ako natauhan. Yun ang last straw. Kinonta ko yung aking
Mista.
Sa PMA. And sabi ko na gusto ko nang bumalik. Ayun, inayos nila hanggang pinagsama kami ng misis ko doon sa kanyang detention center. Detention area. Doon, nagsama na kami.
Nauna
for 10 years. Nauna siya ng 3 taon.
Nauna siya nahuli.
Yeah. Meron akong nakalimutang gusto kong banggitin na istorya. Nung papunta yung grupo namin sa sasalubungin yung mga armas from Jones Isabela to dun sa Pacific coast ng Isabela sa Digoyo. It took us 21 days. Binabagtas namin yung Sierra Madre. At that time, ang aking inassign sa akin na political officer was Rolly Quintanar. Naging head ito ng New People's Army. Siyang pumalit kay Dante. Nung paalis na kami, natinik yung paa nitong si Rolly. Namaga. Hindi niya ngayon maisuot yung boots niya. Sabi ko, kasama, mabuti siguro magpaiwan ka na lang. Dahil namamaga yung paa mo babagtasin natin itong Sierra Madre. Ang tatalim ng mga bato dyan. Kung hindi ka magbuboots, baka hindi mo matiis. Ano mong ginawa niya? Tinapon yung boots. Tayo na. Lakad kami. And natiis yan na 21 days kami naglalakad. Namamaga yung paa niya. And then, ilang beses kami napalaban. Minsan, binobomba kami. I was trying to, siya, yung iba, hindi na malaman kung anong gagawin. But he was calm enough to calm down yung mga yung mga kasama namin na nagpapanik na nung binobomba na kami. Ganyan. Walang takot yan. So, saludo ako dun sa bravery ni Rolly Quintanar. Patay na yon. Pinatay dito sa Circle, Quezon City Circle. Ng mga dating kasama rin. But to me, he's an extraordinary personality that I hats off ako sa kanya.
Our guest is former AFP General Victor Corpuz. He's also a former member of the Politburo Committee of the Communist Party of the Philippines, and he is narrating to us his story starting from grade school to high school to PMA and how he joined the struggle to topple the government of the Philippines. Sa pagbabalik natin, another chapter of his life, yung pagbabalik naman niya doon sa kanyang pamilya at yung pag-surrender niya sa gobyerno. Don't go away, we'll be right back. What happened between 1976 until 1987?
Nag-surrender ako noong 1976. I was detained together with my wife dahil nauna nang nakadetain yung wife ko ng 3 years doon sa Military Security Unit or MSU ng Philippine Army. That's the parang doon detainees like Ninoy Aquino, like Dante Buscaino, like John Masison. So doon ako sinama. Pinagsama kami nung misis ko. We were tried by the military tribunal, Military Commission number 1. And was eventually sentenced to death by musketry.
Sino-sino kayo?
Ang kasama kong na-sentenced to death is Ninoy Aquino and Bernabe Buscaino, alias Commander Dante.
Tatlo kayo? Kasama yung asawa nyo?
Hindi.
Tatlo lang
Tatlo
kayo?
lang kami. Nagkasakit si Ninoy, pinagamot sa Amerika. Eh nung gusto na niyang bumalik, sinasabihan siya, wag nang bumalik. Diyan ka na lang. But he was insistent. In my opinion, they do not want him to come back dahil if there will be an election and Ninoy runs, he might win the election and balikan naman sila. Yan ang aking analysis na kaya ayaw nila pabalikin si Ninoy. But when Ninoy insisted on coming back, the Supreme Court at the time, headed by Justice Fernando, affirmed our death sentence. That was 1 week before Ninoy Aquino returned. Siguro to convince him to
Not to return.
or else
He'll be shot.
you will be shot legally. Legal. So, kinabahan ako noon dahil sabi ko, naku, mukhang they will get rid of Ninoy the legal way. Eh, damay kami doon.
Hindi Buscaino.
Di ba? So, doon talaga ako kinabahan dahil mukhang ito yung plano. And palagay ko, kung ganun ang nangyari, hindi nagyari yung EDSA. Dahil may legal basis eh. Although, alam natin na lutong Macau yung trial. But, siguro, may ibang mga nagplano na tinira na lang siya sa tarmac. So, nangyari yung EDSA. Nakalimutan na yung death sentence namin. Dahil patay na si Ninoy. And after the EDSA, pinawalan na kami. Tapos nag-party yung RAM sa bahay. na sabi nila na, si Corpuz naman ang unang rebel soldier. Bakit hindi natin tanggapin uli pabalik sa armed forces? So gumawa ng petition yung mga classmates ko to Cory, address to President Cory to accept me back in the service. Tinanggap naman, but after that, nagkaroon ng mga series of coup d'etat. Na-involve ako doon dahil inimbita ko doon sa special study group that is headed by Gringo Nasan doon sa SND. Pero hindi ako sumang-ayon doon sa kanilang planong maglunsad ng coup laban kay Cory. Got out of that group, informed Ramos doon at saka si De Villa, the chief of staff, about the plan. We opposed yung God Save the Queen. Napalaban uli ako dun sa grupo ng RAM. Because of that.
So fast forward. You retired as the ISAF chief under President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. And looking back to what happened to your life, you opposed the government, you went back to government, and in the process you were given the amnesty by Cory Aquino. You were able to go back to service, and you retired as an AFP Brigadier General.
Brigadier General.
Napakaswerte niyo po dahil at the same time you were able to extensively study abroad. You were able to go to Harvard University and take up your master's in public administration and write your books. Ano po yung mga natutunan nyo during the past decades na masasabi nyo ngayon na sana itong chapter ng buhay na to hindi na nangyari to? Or meron bang chapter sa buhay nyo na kung ulitin lang, hindi nyo gagawin yung chapter lang na yun?
Yung overall, yung lesson na natutunan ko sa aking mga experience. Kung gusto natin ng tunay na pagbabago, pwede natin makamit itong mga necessary reforms sa society, not necessarily using armed struggle. Kasi yung experience ko sa armed struggle, ang daming nagbuwis ng buhay, ang daming mga kasama na very sincere, very capable. Meron pa dyan mga magna cum laude, mga cum laude sa UP, sa mga matataas na kwan. Pero nasayang yung kanilang kinabukasan, nasayang yung mga buhay. Pero anong nakamit? Wala pa rin pagbabago, wala pa rin pag-unlad yung ating bayan. Ganun pa rin ang social inequality sa ating society. May mga paraan, palagay ko, makamit ang ating ninanasang pagbabago, hindi sa pamamaraan ng paggamit ng dahas. Katulad ng ginagawa namin ngayon sa renewable energy. Pagka naging tagumpay yung aming ginagawa, it will eventually change the face of Philippine society.
Thank you so much for your time, General Victor Corpuz, and thank you so much for sharing your story, your life story, and Martin's Man Cave, the live cast here in podcast.ph. Sana po wag kayong manawa sa amin, sir. Mabuhay po kayo.
Maraming din salamat na naimbitahan ninyo ako dito, Martin. And mabuhay kayo.